Hey, good morning. Once again, I'm in my car in my garage, but this time the garage door is open, so maybe you can see. Um, I wanted to get on today just for a couple minutes because something came to me this morning that I wanted to share. Sometimes we have to fight to stay in the light, and what that means to me is that sometimes we need to um, face the sort of seeming rejection that people are throwing our way, or jealousy, envy, whatever, negativity of some kind. We have to stay high in our vibration, regardless of what other people are throwing back at us. Because what happens is, and I'll do more on how we self reject in later videos and posts, but sometimes we enter a space of self-rejection like automatically, and sometimes we use external validation or a lack of external validation to force us into self-rejection. And when that happens, we go just down. We were high vibration, feeling pretty, feeling confident, feeling really good about what we were accomplishing or doing, and then all of a sudden somebody doesn't like what we said, or tells us we're wrong, or, just talks to us in a way that's coming from their projection. But we expected them to be as excited about us as we are about us, and they weren't. And when they weren't, that made us go into self-doubt and self-rejection and think, shoot, maybe I shouldn't have put myself out there as vulnerably as I did, because the world's not receiving it. And in fact, they're being pretty vicious, or they're just being negative. And shoot, maybe I shouldn't put myself out there. Maybe I shouldn't be strong and happy. Maybe I'm not allowed to be happy. Maybe I should just go into a cave and rot until I die because no one likes me and everyone hates me and I suck, right? So that's a hard one. So that's why I say you have to sort of fight to stay in the light, because it can take over you very quickly if you're looking for other people to tell you that you're worthy. Most other people probably aren't going to tell you that you're worthy. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If you haven't lived long enough to know that, or if you haven't had that experience, you're lucky. But most people I find have not, sorry, my light in my car was on, have not, and had the experience of like putting themselves out there and having somebody tell them, well, you're not as good as you think you are, or you're really ugly, and it might not even be that they say it. It might just be this feeling you have that they just don't like what you say. They don't like who you are. They don't like you. I've had that experience. I don't know if you guys have, but it was coming from their own thing, but I took it so personally. And it's easy to say, well, don't take things personally. And it's not as easy not to take things personally. And that's another thing I'll talk about in videos, because I did write a little ebook about this, taking things personally and being in your reclaiming your power, which I'll share in the group soon. So this is just a little clip to remind you today to stay in your light, stand in your truth, be who you are. Don't apologize for it. Don't go back on it because somebody else is jealous, or they think, or they don't reply in a beautiful, loving, cheerleading kind of way. So many people have so many issues with their own happiness, and they can't give you that validation because they don't have it. They don't have it to give. They don't give it to themselves, and they look for everybody to give it to them. And they spend their time feeling bad because people aren't giving it to them. Because honestly, it's not anyone's job to give us that validation. It's our job to give it to us. And so nobody else has the bandwidth, like people have their own struggles with themselves. And then they have to raise their children to be loving people, and they have to give to their spouses and their friends and their parents. They don't have time to make you feel like you're the queen of the ball. So you feel like the queen of the ball. And don't apologize when somebody isn't, on your side about it. It's not that they're not on your side, they just don't have it to give. So just remember not to let your light dim because somebody else can't add to your light. And then there will be people who do. So don't get me wrong. It's not that there aren't any. It's just that you can't expect there to be any. And when you don't expect someone to do it, chances are good they're probably going to do it, or somebody will. So just for today, remember, fight for your right to stand in the light. That's not the saying I said at first. But you do need to fight to stay in the light. So do that today. Okay?